And welcome back. I'm Mr. Gilliard. This is my classroom. Uh, Continuing on here, our next lesson that we're about to learn right now is on what we call time signatures. Time signatures. Time signatures. Time signature. Another name for time signature is meter. So if you ever hear someone talking about meter or time signature, they're usually going to be using both terms interchangeably. Okay, what exactly is a time signature? Well, backtracking a little bit, we already learned last lesson that bar lines, these wonderful vertical lines here, separate the staff, 5 lines and 4 spaces, into what we call measures. There are 4 measures in this piece of music right here. We know this is a piece of music because there's a clef sign at the beginning, treble clef sign, and there's a double bar at the end signifying the end of the piece. Cool. We know all of that stuff already. We ran through that. And if you don't know that stuff, you need to go back and look at the first 5 videos before this one, because this is the 6th video. Okay. 4-4, these wonderful 2 numbers up here at the beginning of the music are what we call the time signature. What does the time signature do? The time signature tells us how many beats are going to be in each measure and what kind of note is going to get 1 beat. Now, we already know different kinds of notes. We know different kinds of notes. We know that there's half notes. We know that there's whole notes. We know that there are quarter notes. So how in the world are we supposed to figure that out? Which one's supposed to get 1 beat and so on and so forth? Well, that's what the time signature is for. Real quick, here's what each one of the numbers in the time signature. There's a top number and a bottom number. Here's what each one of the numbers in the time signature tells us. The top number in the time signature tells us how many beats are in each measure. Okay, the top number in the time signature tells us how many beats are in each measure. My handwriting's real sloppy because it's Friday. Sorry. So, 4 is our top number right here. So that means there are going to be 4 beats in each one of these measures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. The bottom number in a time signature tells us what kind of note gets 1 beat. So, the top number in the time signature is going to tell us how many beats are in each measure. The bottom number in the time signature is going to tell us what kind of note gets 1 beat. In this case, we've got 4-4 as our time signature. So the top number tells us that there are 4 beats in each one of these measures. Cool. So there are 4 beats in each one of these measures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4. Cool. The bottom number tells us what kind of note gets 1 beat. Now, this is actually going to trickle right on into the very next lesson on note values. Let's do this real quick before we jump into note values. We know what the top number tells us. We know what the bottom number tells us. So, if the time signature is 3-4, there are going to be 3 beats in each measure. Whenever 4 is the bottom number, the quarter note is going to get 1 beat. Whenever 4 is your bottom number, the quarter note is going to receive 1 beat. Whenever 4 is your bottom number, the quarter note is going to receive 1 beat. The half notes, whenever 4 is the bottom number, are going to receive 2 beats. Your whole note is going to receive 4 beats. We'll run back over this again in our note values video, which is actually right after this one. But getting back to this, 3-4, 3 beats in each measure. 4, quarter note gets 1 beat. Cool. How about 2-4? 2 beats in each measure. 4 is still the bottom number, so the quarter note's still getting 1 beat. Okay. Let's see. 5-4. Are there any songs written in 5? because most of the things we know are either 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on and so forth. Or 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, most of the things we know are usually in some sort of even meter. Some sort of even meter like a 2 or a 4 or something. What about 3, 4? Silent night. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Or if you happen to look over in my playlist, you can find that bassoon quartet that was playing some of the Super Mario Brothers music from when he was underwater. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So there are things that can be written in 3, 4. In fact, there's plenty of music that's written in 3, 4 that we hear every day. Star Spangled Banner. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we're familiar with 3, 4 now. We're familiar with 2, 4, 5, 4, 4, 5, 4. 5 beats in each measure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a jazz song called Take 5 that has 5 beats in every measure. 4 is still the bottom number. Quarter note's getting 1 beat. How about 6, 8? 6, 8. Well, there's a little switch. I haven't taught you eighth notes yet. But if there's an 8 on the bottom, the 8th note is going to end up getting 1 beat. And there are going to be 6 beats in each measure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Da da 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Everybody paying attention to music around Christmas time know that that is Yesu, Joy of Man's Desiring. So there's an example of a song that could be in 6/8. Okay, so to recap, time signatures, recapping time signatures. There is a top number in a time signature. There is a bottom number in a time signature. The top number in a time signature tells us what? How many beats are in each measure. So in this case, there are 4 beats in this measure, 4 beats in that measure, 4 beats in that measure, and 4 beats in that measure. The bottom number tells us what kind of note gets 1 beat. And when 4 is the bottom number, the quarter note is getting 1 beat. Okay? Our next video, we'll jump back into time signatures again, and we'll talk also about note values. See you in a few.